influential hip-hop icon ever. Ladies and gentlemen, KRS-One.
Well, you know, that's interesting. That project was not released in the United States. That project was released in Europe, actually, sometime when I was in Germany. And what had happened was that I have this album called Just Like That with Mad Lion, and we did about 30 tracks for this album. I had about 10 of them with me when I was touring last year in Europe. And so what I was doing was teaching my children how to start their businesses from ground up, etc. So my eldest son, Chris, he's the DJ, actually, or was the DJ there for that tour. My second son, youngest child, actually, Isaac, he's a tech on the stage. And my daughter, Journey, actually Time, but she calls herself Journey as well. She's head of merchandise. So she goes out and sells the t-shirts, the CDs, and all of this type of stuff. And so she's learning at a young age how to be an independent woman at a very young age. And it's important in our family because we're a family of entrepreneurs. So it's important that our children at a young age learn trade, free trade, and how to trade in Germany, how to trade in France, England, China. These people have different currencies. Things are worth different things over there than here. So this is how Never Forget really came up. It was like a family project that we created it off of some spare work that we had, actually, and it was only for the tour. We only pressed up a few of them, and it was only for the tour. But if you want to know the inside story, it was a homeschool project. It was a homeschool project. This society that we live in, as great as the American society is, as much opportunity as it affords, is just about as much opportunity as it takes away as well. It's kind of 50-50 on it. And we don't really focus on the takeaway part. The takeaway part is to have a goal and not fulfill it, not because you tried and failed or something else happened, but because your time is being eaten up by something else. That your precious mind, your infinite mind, which your mind is infinite, is being squeezed into a desk and a order and a schedule and so on. And let me say this too. In no way is this any kind of unwarranted criticism for those that have good paying jobs. In this country, if you have a job, try to hang on to it and do the best work you can to hold your job and hold your family and yourself down. This is more philosophical. This is more, even while you're working at whatever job you're working on, consider your purpose. That's what the song is about. Consider your purpose. Consider how much time. The song is open up your mind. They're taking your time. It's like you in prison when you don't use your mind. Rise up and shine. They're taking your time. It's like you in prison when you don't use your mind. That's the core of the song. They're taking your time. And so wherever you go, whatever you do, whether you have a job or don't, is your time being used wisely toward your purpose? So that was really the aim of that song. And it's funny you would pick that song, actually. Time is the clock of purpose.
People told me, go get a job. I would run from them. I saw the workforce, and work was no fun for them. No beach, no mountain, and no sun for them. With slave driving.
Back to what I said about poverty being traumatizing. We're traumatized by poverty, and the biggest part of the trauma is, especially from the male side, high ego and low self-esteem is a conflict. Ooh. So what starts to happen is, it's almost like...
That's an interesting... That's interesting. Well, let me say this: that the phrase speaks for itself. High ego, low self-esteem. But if you want to go even deeper into it, keep in mind that what we call low self-esteem these days is not necessarily a form of self-hatred or self-deprivation, some sort of, when you say low self-esteem, I don't believe in myself, I don't value myself, I don't believe that I can, kind of thing. These days, I think low self-esteem is not caused by, say, mental deficiencies, if I could use that word, like depression or stress or whatever. I think this is caused more by technology today. That people's low self-esteem is that technology is so overwhelming, you don't want to do anything with your physical body anymore. You just have to keep up with the technology. But what we're doing is creating artificial intelligence to replace organic intelligence. And when you replace artificial intelligence with organic intelligence, low self-esteem is the final equation. It's, the idea of self-esteem, the idea of the self being esteemed I believe can only happen through organic intelligence. And if your organic intelligence is not really being heightened, but your awareness of artificial intelligence is what is being heightened, the end result is low self-esteem.